we hear a lot about Silicon Valley on the television, but do you really know about all the charming little neighborhoods? I want to take you on a tour. If you are hoping to find a home here in the Silicon Valley and you are hoping to avoid new box construction, new housing development, if you're looking for a charming older home, I want to show you some of my favorite neighborhoods. And today we're going to start with the Hanchett neighborhood. Let's go take a tour.
Hanchett is nestled between the Rose Garden and downtown San Jose. It's very close to the new planned Google campus. And in fact, it's walking distance to Diridon Station and the SAP Center. In the corner is the famous San Jose Municipal Rose Garden. This garden is exquisitely beautiful and maintained and free to use. There's enough space to give everyone some room to spread out. And often people are taking advantage of the Rose Garden on the weekends, and they set out picnics and enjoy the sun and the flowers and the chance to just be outside. Tucked into this neighborhood also is the Rosicrucian Egyptian Museum. It's a charming small museum with interesting exhibits from ancient Egypt. The entrance fee is rather low, and it's a nice cultural activity to add to the day.
So Hanchett neighborhood is super close to downtown. And so you have the luxury of having all those amenities on your doorstep. SAP Center, San Pedro Square, the Center for Performing Arts. All of those things are literally walking distance, as well as the Diridon Station. And yet, here I am standing here, and I don't know if the audio will pick it up, but I'm literally standing in a leafy, tree-lined suburb. And the loudest noise right now for me is the rustling of the leaves. So that gives you a sense of what this neighborhood is like. Here along Martin Avenue, with the Alameda behind me, all the way down to Park, are these beautiful palm trees. These are Mexican fan palms, and they are actually registered as being significant with the city of San Jose.
It's funny that we're going to talk about historic palm trees. I think traditionally rows of super tall palm trees like that are associated with the kind of old world Hollywood glamour. And the fact that these historic trees are of noted value to the city is interesting because one of my other very favorite neighborhoods is also old and historic, and it's called Palm Haven, and they have palms that are also historically registered as well.
When Lewis Hanchett originally designed this neighborhood, he had you pick out a lot, and then he had you retain an architect, make drawings, and submit them so that the house would be up to his standards. That is why you have this beautiful, eclectic mix of all different style of homes. It's almost like it's a potluck buffet where everyone brings their best dishes to share. These architects really were almost showing off.
I don't know about you, but when I walk around a neighborhood like this, I just want to go in and tour every single home. The funny thing is that in this neighborhood, once a year, you're actually allowed to go into some of these homes, even though they are private homes and not for sale. The local Catholic school is called St. Martin of Tours, and every year they have a fundraiser, and it's just what you are hoping that it will be. It is the opportunity to tour some of these homes. So as we look around, I am so lucky to say that I have walked into many of these homes, and a few of them are so memorable that I'm tempted to walk right up to the front door and introduce myself and thank the homeowners for letting us walk through and tell them in person to their face what incredible design sensibilities and choices they have made. In all of these homes that we walked through, without exception, they have been meticulously cared for and beautifully kept up. Because we are walking through active family homes, we are not at liberty to do a lot of filming or picture taking, and we need to respect the homeowner's privacy. So unfortunately, I don't have a ton of detailed photos to share with you. I'll share some of the interesting backyards and front doorsteps. This tour happens every year and the weather is usually nice. You get to tour 4 different homes, and students from the school, along with their parents and a whole army of volunteers, are on site ready to answer questions about the art and design choices, and also to keep the home safe so as many people as possible can come through. The 5th home that you go to, you are invited into the backyard area. And so, as you would expect, these homes have unbelievable entertainers' dream backyards. And you are treated to a coffee or a tea. There's also a wine tasting available, and there's usually a little bit of snack food options as well. It's a very pleasant afternoon, and if you're at all inclined to go on home tours, you will love this one.
If we focus our attention on just one house as an example, 310 Sequoia was the home of Ralph Wyckoff, a native California architect. Built in 1923, he not only designed the house, but he lived here with his wife and daughter. He was a noted prominent architect of the time, and one of his most famous buildings is the St. James Post Office in downtown San Jose, which is on the National Historic Register of Places and still stands today.
On the north side of the neighborhood, you will run right into the Alameda. The Alameda has been a main thoroughfare and route for more than 200 years. It is lined by old, charming storefronts and beautiful architecture. I'm going to go on record and say I don't appreciate a strip mall. I like Target as much as the next girl, and I hope that they survive and thrive. However, I don't like the look and feel of a strip mall. So with that being said, one of the things that I find the most charming is the way the stores along the Alameda have gone into some of these older buildings. Oftentimes, big box stores or big chain stores don't want to have anything to do with opening up in an older building. They would rather just take a lease at a strip mall or new construction where everything is brand new and they get a clean square box and they slot their inventory into some sort of nationwide program. Any shop along the Alameda, whether it's a larger chain or a smaller single owner operation, is going to be one that I would encourage us all to patronize. Do you have a favorite restaurant or shop along the Alameda? Drop a comment below and let me know. There is a bend in the Alameda right near Julian Street, and it is on this corner that there's an exceptional piece of Art Deco revival architecture. And I just want to show you how the curve looks and point out the clock on the top. The Art Deco architecture harkens back to the 30s, but I think that this is a revival building that was built more in the 50s. Five Guys has taken advantage of how it looks and the black and white floor, kind of an all-American diner on the inside. Also under the same roof is a pancake house, and that looks like a friendly place for a weekend breakfast.
I feel like I could be here and tour all day. If you feel the same way and you're interested in looking at some of these historic homes, reach out and give me a call.